Hello and welcome to Ula Tea Leaf Readings. My name is Lenor and tonight I'm going to be reading your tea leaves. This is a horoscope for Libra. If Libra is your solar, lunar, ascendant / rising sign, then this is a message for you. All right, let's get started. And so this is a bonus reading for Libra, and our card is from Tarot of the Abyss, and tonight it is the Three of Cups. Now we know the Three of Cups has everything to do with abundance. Abundance. Okay, let's take a look at these tea leaves and see what they have to say tonight. And if you have not subscribed yet, please think about doing that. You can hit the little bell. It'll let you know when the next readings are coming out. Okay. My goodness, what? So let me start from over here. I just want to show you. Now this one, it looks like a person who is kind of, here's the head, and they're kind of bent forward, and it looks like they're handing something. It looks like maybe a key. And I thought, okay, this looks like a person here. But really, no. As I turn it, it looks like a church or a temple. You can see the roof here. And here's kind of the front of the facade of the building and the side. And then up here, it looks like some kind of symbol on the top of the building here, and maybe a little chimney with some fire coming out. So we have a person with a key unlocking the temple. And then as we turn this, it looks like we have a tower. You can see the top of the tower, and it's long here. And now we have another person kind of standing up here on this cliff, looking over out at this castle in this in this tower. And I'm always so amazed when they come through so clearly like this. So let's go back. I want to look at this one because this one is quite profound. And we also have a 23 over here. So we have a 2 and a 3. So 23 is an important number. And so yes, I feel like there's a sense of unlocking this place in your life that is very much a spiritual center for yourself. I think that you are probably doing self-work. I feel that you are maybe exploring different paths, different systems, making your way into maybe different schools of thought. It could be that you are somebody who is religious and you are looking at different denominations, or maybe, a variety of religions, or, whatever it is exactly. But I think that, we're talking about Libra here. You, I think, are mindful of your exploration, but you are an explorer. I think that you're very open-minded and you have an open heart. So it makes sense to me that you get into these periods of your life where you go looking. You go out, seeing what there is to see, and I think that this is important for anybody, but especially people who do experience the spiritual side of life. I think that I think it's so important to go out there and be with other people and, find fellowship and go into places of worship and experience the ceremonies, the rituals, to be among people in their grace. What a blessing that is. I myself am somebody who, I think when I was younger, I used to call it kind of spiritual voyeurism. And it wasn't anything other than I absolutely loved going to different churches and services and temples and mosques and, different functions and going to religious sites or spiritual festivals and, whatever it was. I was drawn to it all. I wanted to see, I wanted to be among, I wanted to feel the presence of something more than myself. And I experienced that in a lot of places. And I came to know a lot of different kinds of people doing different kinds of things who had understandings that, ultimately I looked at it and they all kind of are very similar. They just have different aesthetics and languages and words and jargon and different icons and whatever. But at the core of it all, there's that temple, right? And we all have our own interior temple. We have our own dwelling of the divine, of the cosmos, of spirit of God or goddess or both or many or one or none. It does, however you experience that, it dwells within us. We are the keepers of that ineffable thing. And so I look at this and I think, yeah, you are in that place. You are a spiritual pilgrim and you hold that key. You hold the key. And really the key, I don't know exactly what it is for each person. But if I had to guess, I think often it is love. It is love. And so we are in a place here, and I see it very clearly. We are in a place where you are coming into those emotional, those psychic, that life-giving water, and I think that you are having experiences that probably feel like revelation. They probably are. Visions. I think that you feel the presence of something around you. I imagine that you have not only been dreaming about it, but it shows itself to you in the waking world. You might even think it's something like a haunting or, some kind of intelligence. But I think more than anything, it is a manifestation of that divine force in your life. And it is bringing you synchronicities, patterns, symbols. You are seeing whatever it is all over the place. Now, part of it is that we go looking, right? And we find what we're looking for more often than not. But I think that there are some moments that are so uncanny that you can not dismiss it. And so we turn this and we do have that tower, that castle. And there's kind of the outline of a dragon over here. I mean, it really does. It looks like it's out of a fairy tale. And I'm looking at it, and there is this sense of, let me just be honest. It looks like you have had to save yourself in a very real way. I think at some point in your life here, you've had to make a really a difficult decision to prioritize your wellness over the circumstances around you. Now, I don't know if this was maybe when you were younger and you came to an age where you had to leave home because the situation was chaotic or abusive or, just not conducive with the life that you wanted for yourself. And you had to make the decision to kind of save yourself from that tower. Or maybe it was a marriage, or maybe, it was addiction, or whatever it was. It was something that was difficult to decide. I think it's something that you continue. I think it's like the greatest glory of your life in a lot of ways. It's also something that you still hold a lot of shame, guilt. I think it's something that you find difficult to talk to other people about unless you know that they themselves are kind of initiated into something similar. But I want you to know, as I'm looking at this, and it's kind of the manifestation of a self-mythology. But as I look at this, I think, I don't know that you realize how, I don't think you realize like how amazing you are. I don't think you realize that people look at you, people who know about your circumstances, they know about your life, they know about the things that you have been through, the things that maybe you have had to overcome. And to you, maybe it just seems like something I don't want to wear as a badge. I don't want to have to identify with this always. I don't, it's embarrassing. It's, I feel shameful from where I came, or, for the things that I've done, the low places that I found myself in. And yet you survived. And not only did you survive, you pulled yourself out of it. You saved yourself. Not a lot of people accomplish that. It's easy to forget. And the tedium, and I scoff a little bit, the tedium of our days. It drains us. We're busy. Everything keeps moving. Why should we dwell on old things, right? Well, I think that you must remember the power that you have, the miracle that you are. You have, it seems to me, basically clawed your way out of hell. And you didn't let it destroy you. It didn't make you a cruel person. It didn't make you a predator or somebody who takes it out on other people. I think it made you brutally soft in a lot of ways. I think it opened you up. I think that you have a great love for humanity. You maybe don't trust people. It's hard to get close to people, but I think that you are somebody who absolutely will do whatever you can for your fellow person. being human or animal as well. I imagine you're probably, you know, somebody who animals love. You just have that kind of energy. They're drawn to you because you're safe. You're a safe person. You're a rarity in this world. I don't think you understand how special that is. Or you forget, you know. The days dull these senses sometimes. We forget what you've done, what you've come from, where you are, how you affect other people. It is so important. And you are a gem. And I look at this and I just think, I mean, it took so much bravery to end the cycles, to choose and to stick to that path. You did not succumb to it. And it hurts, I'm sure, because I'm sure there are people within your family, within your life, maybe friends, people you grew up with, whatever it was, and they didn't make it out. But you are an example of our ability as humans to adapt, to survive. We need more people like you. Tell us your secrets. Tell us how you did it. Okay, so we had that dragon. Now we have another dragon over here. And I feel, you know, this is going to be, we're in the year of the dragon, if you don't know. We just entered it a couple weeks ago. And so I feel like this is really, it's going to be such a year for you. There's so much growth happening. And I think it's just, you know, I think it's just a matter of, in a lot of ways, it's not the only thing, but it's a big thing. There's got to be just like an onslaught of radical love, radical acceptance. Now, if you don't know what these are, look it up, okay? But it is. We have like radical honesty, right? Where we're just absolutely honest. Well, radical love, radical acceptance, all these kinds of things. This is, I mean, just fully going into it. Just telling yourself, you know what? I love myself. I love you. I love you, self. I love you, whatever your name is. I love you. I love you. I love you. And then you do the affirmations, whatever your affirmations are. But yes, I mean, gas yourself up. Fall in love with yourself. Sweet talk yourself. You know, and it's not lying. It's not lying. It feels like lying sometimes because we're conditioned not to speak to ourselves in that way. We don't get too prideful. Don't get too full of yourself. Now, this is not narcissism. This is love. This is supporting our very being, deprogramming ourselves to think that, you know, we have to make ourselves small, that we have to always, be some fragmented thing, some pliable thing, something that is compliant and studious and all whatever. No. Fall in love with yourself. Talk to yourself in the way that you would talk to a lover. Seduce yourself into a love affair. Write yourself poetry. You know, go on walks, get a nice meal. But just, you know, I think it's so important. We have to have times where we just date ourselves. We court ourselves. And it seems silly. I know. Okay, I know. It seems like almost like role playing, or some kind of put on. But I promise you, as you do it more and more and more, it becomes easy. You begin to change. You begin to, the internal dialogue shifts. It shifts, and I think you become less critical. You start to talk to yourself in a way that you're careful. You're careful with the way that you speak to yourself. And if you're like me, I'm pretty critical, and I'm critical, and I'm very sensitive. And I had not considered how often I am talking badly to myself. I should be doing, better. I'm not doing this well enough. I can't do this thing. And if I do it wrong, I'll be embarrassed, and everybody will think I'm, as bad as I think I am, and just on and on and on. And I think, God, I'm like verbally abusing myself for many hours a day, every day, 7 days a week. What if I was not doing that? What would that be like? What if I was encouraging myself and being empathetic and loving and, how would that change my world? And it does. It does. Give it a try. Because this is your year. We have the dragon showing up in the year of the dragon, and there's power here. I also see a person walking, and we have a bird right behind them. Okay, so I feel like it's a time in life where it's like I'm searching for myself. One of the times. I think there's a continued thing of that. But I think this is going to be emphasized in this next cycle of the year. Going looking for yourself, trying different things, maybe going to a retreat or going on a trip, or taking some time from work, or maybe thinning out your schedule a little bit so you have more time to be with yourself. This is going to be a year of love. And it's the love of self. Isn't it weird that it even just sounds it sounds like I don't know, like it is. It's kind of like, is that narcissistic to think this is a year where I am going to love myself. I'm going to spend time actively choosing myself. I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I think, oh my goodness, that sounds very indulgent. That person really wrapped up in themselves, aren't they? No. Why? You should be. You should be wrapped up in yourself. Yeah, but it takes time, we gotta work on that conditioning. All right, let's see. So we have a butterfly. We have 2 people meeting each other there. We have a peacock. We have a cross as well. Passion Week is coming soon. The Holy Week in a few weeks. My favorite. I love the processions and things for Holy Week in Spain. And so I feel like there is, I keep thinking, you know, there's a sense of love here, and there's the opening of that temple. And I wonder if you will find maybe a spiritual partner, somebody that, you know, maybe like a new pastor or minister, a guru, somebody you do magic work with, a new lover, or, you know, a beloved within your existing relationship. But whatever it is, there is a sense of stepping deeply into this spiritual place. And I mean, it really seems to be the central and focal point of this movement. I almost kind of think of the troubadours, the religion of love and chivalry and music and courtship, courtly love, and there's a beauty in the intensity of a refrained love. But it is alongside a growing interior love. And that is to say that you work deeply on loving self, and so it manifests in the world around you. Maybe in a partner, maybe in your spiritual work, religious work within the waking life. But that light, the light that comes from the healing of self-love, I mean, you cannot contain that. And it draws in like energy. It lights our path. And we find ourselves in places that feel more and more, I think, wholesome, healing, holistic. You know where not to go. You don't need to go to places that, you know, are debauch and draining and you know, just kind of festering and so on. I think there's a repulsion to that kind of soul death. And the peacock is the mother here. So the mother is there. We have Juno, the peacock, the goddess that is aligned with the peacock. And a mother, protector. We have that butterfly, and it's self-evolution. There's just an abundance of a profound love. And so let's go ahead. We're going to take a look and see about these Divine Doors cards. I'm going to flip to where it feels right, and we will... Oh, I love this one. This picture always... I love the Tibetan gateways. A distant kiss and a prayer flag. I wish of all wishes that you were here. Through sunlight and rain, I need you near. There you go. Yes. Okay, Libra, I'm going to tell you I love you, and I do, and I thank you for spending this time with me. It is always such an honor to be able to bring these messages to you. And if you would be so kind as to like the reading, it does help the channel so much. Here's TT to say goodnight. Come here, T. And if you have not subscribed, please think about doing that. You can hit that little bell when you do. And oh, it's free to subscribe. And if you'd like to leave a comment, please do. I read them all. They mean the world to me. And I love you, and I love you, and I love you. I'm getting such good energies from this reading. I will go to bed a happy girl. And so we will talk in just a few days. I thank you, and good night.